So it has been 3.5 months since I've gotten off social media, excluding YouTube. 107 days to be exact. June 21st was the last day I had social media. So what's changed? Or what have I noticed? Very immediately, I noticed it was definitely hard to acclimate. Like there was times in the first 2 weeks where I'd click the app and after a couple seconds I'm like, oh shit, what am I doing? I'm scrolling Instagram, just because it's such second nature to us now. But very quickly that faded, and humans are really good at adapting and creating patterns that they just get used to. So very quickly, did I not even really think about it. And there's not really a groundbreaking realization or this big epiphany that I had, other than it really isn't that hard to do. I didn't even, the crazy thing is, like, I didn't I delete all the apps so I don't click on them. They're on my phone. I just don't click on them. And I haven't clicked on them in months. Like I said, that first week and a half, just like it's instinctual. It was second nature. After work I get my car to just check Instagram or I never had Twitter. I haven't had Twitter since sophomore, junior of high school, but like Facebook or TikTok, whatever. Which TikTok I haven't had longer than the 3.5 months. I never really had TikTok that much. I'd go in phases where I felt like, oh, I'm going to post on this and post consistently, and then I would just stop posting. So therefore I stopped viewing it. But that's actually deleted off my phone. But yeah, there was no major epiphany with the deleting of it. The only thing that I really have noticed is you definitely become pretty disconnected from the world. But it's so seamless that you don't even really realize it. And I guess I don't really hang out with a bunch of people often. Yeah, I don't hang out with many people. So really, you don't realize that you're disconnected until you hear things that are happening on social media from people that have social media. So like my only connection was Riley at work, really. So like he would like talk about something. Did you see this? And it's like, no, I didn't see that. And that's the only time that you realize there is a disconnect, because obviously you don't realize there's a disconnect because you don't know what you're missing, I guess, or what the information that you're not getting, because you don't have the device bringing you the information. And I looked with my friend Tommy recently, and he further like just proved how like disconnected I am. He was like saying some stuff that I'm like, I have no idea, unless it's like YouTube Shorts. But my YouTube Shorts is so just it's curated to my interests, so it's pretty much all just physics and history and fitness and books and stuff. I do recommend people do it, just because it you don't have any external factors persuading you to make certain decisions, or you don't think about much. And like, this is hands down the most productive I've been in my entire life with reading and such, because when I get bored, I don't have social media to scroll, so I'm kind of forced to read. Obviously I can watch YouTube, but like I said, my YouTube is so curated, it's not like I'm watching like brain rot shit. It just forces you to find a way to entertain yourself, and which I was already an avid reader and I loved reading, but there would definitely be bouts of time where I would go like maybe a couple weeks without reading. But now that I don't have social media these past couple months, I've been reading like crazy, just because if I'm bored and nobody's home, or there's like my girlfriend's not over, or nobody to talk to or anything, I just read, because I can't scroll anything. And I genuinely believe and give credit to having no social media to like how productive I've been these past 3.5 months. I've become so efficient at not wasting a single second of the day, and I credit all that to not having social media. So that's my 3.5 month check-in. The last check-in I did was after 2 weeks of not having social media. So nothing really groundbreaking, other than I highly suggest people do it, especially if you're trying to focus on certain subjects, and you're trying to eliminate as much distraction mentally, because I believe when you wake up in the morning, you have only a certain capacity your brain has a certain capacity for that day, and it just kind of it regenerates with sleep, and very quickly could that capacity be wasted with just useless information coming from social media. Also, you guys like my sweater? You've seen it in a video already. My mom said it's a girl sweater. It's definitely not a girl sweater. I bought it in a men's section. But now looking at it through this lens, it definitely looks like a girl sweater, but it's a short sleeve. It's not a fucking girl sweater. It's not a cardigan. It's a man's fucking sweater thing. It's a short sleeve little button up sweater. I don't know. I fuck with it. Y'all fuck with it? I don't know. All right. That's it. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.